Be plenty of fireworks out in the backcourt tonight in this one. Of the guards you played alongside, who was the best combination passer scorer?
Oh, man, Kev, he put me on the hot seat. That's a tough one. I just got to give everybody
you played with a lot of them, though, didn't you? Huh?
I know, man. I didn't know it was going to be a test today. I got to go with my boy Rod Strickland when I played with him at the Wizards. I think he's the best finisher ever, and he led the league in assists. My boy Jay Will, shout out to White Chocolate. I mean, he is one of the most creative players I ever played with, but he could shoot it from deep. He was a guy that liked to shoot it from Curry Land, and he could pass it. And then lastly, I'd have to, of course, go with my man Mike Bibby. Mike Bibby could do it all. So I've been blessed to play and fortunate to play with some great scorers and combination passers in this league.
3 terrific names. So a look at the starters for the Wizards. Ball runs the point with Beal at the 2. Thomas Bryant is out there with Davis Bertans. And it's Brown in at the 3 slot. Here's Beal. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
I mean, wow. The scoring ability of Beal is so impressive.
You know, you don't hear a lot of talk about it, but Brad Beal is one of the top shooting guards in our league. The scoring, the playmaking he provides is really right there amongst the elite.
The shot by Lowry, no good.
Oh, he found the open space from mid-range, just maybe rushed his release a little bit.
There's 48 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Shot clock at 6. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Siakam passes to Van Fleet. Six on the shot clock. And he converts the layup.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Oh, yeah, difficult finish, but if you expected him to back down, you got to think again.
Here's Wall. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Raptors lead by 2. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter. One of the most dangerous scorers in the game, Bradley Beal spoke about.
I think the biggest thing is he's still young. So, you know, he tries to think he's still hip. He keeps up with us a little bit, but he grants us a lot of freedom. He allows us freedom on both ends of the floor.
Beal trying to grow as a leader and a star. Has to love that.
Yeah, and Brooks known for developing good relationships with his players. He pushes them, but he gives them a lot of praise as well.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
So on the floor for Washington, at the forward spots, Miles and Hachimura. Thomas and Beal teaming up in the backcourt. And it's Wagner in at the center position. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kyle Lowry is hard-nosed, as we all know, and if you ask him, it comes from his upbringing in Philadelphia. Lowry said, a Philly player is what a basketball player is. We played on concrete. You got to be mentally tough. You're not trying to be athletic. You get hit the wrong way, you run into a metal pole. Kevin, that's what made him. From Philly to Villanova to Toronto to an NBA champion.
I don't know about running into the metal pole, but that sounds painful. But he's certainly as tough as he can be. David, thank you. That free throw, no good.
Man, last season was such a tough one for the Wizards. I mean, they lost John Wall to injury midway through. They ended up 11th in the East and out of the playoffs.
Smith checked in for Washington. Good on the second free throw. For so long, C-Webb, the Wizards were looking to get past that second round in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, Kevin, now they might have to recalibrate their team for that. I mean, Their team has some glaring holes that a quick fix just can't help. They will need to build from the ground up to get back on track.
Lowry against Thomas, and Lowry gets it to go. Lowry's got the lead up to 5 now for Toronto.
Dead-eye shooting from them this quarter.
Thomas surveying the D. Now the pass to Miles. There's the 3. No good that time. So the Raptors will take it the other way.
And if they're thinking they can get a 2-for-1 here.
You just have to manage the clock correctly. Now, sometimes it's easier said than done if you also want to get a good look.
Thomas against Lowry. That one's good, and the Raptor lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Thomas.
You have to love the heart of Thomas, using all his strength as he has on these challenging finishes.
Thomas against Lowry. Puts up a 3. Offensive rebound on Anunoby. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up. And even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
Now they're going to switch. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports. The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. They gathered some serious momentum in the second quarter, and as well as... And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. One of the stories here, Kyle Lowry getting it done today.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
He's so good at reading opportunities and seizing upon whatever the defense gives up.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So the Raptors 5 right now. Siakam at power forward with Gasol at center. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Powell in at small forward.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
Brown finds Bertans. Left side, Bryant. Outside, Beal. The tray. Bangs home the trifecta. Beal's got 5 now.
Key staple of Beal's game, all he needs is a little separation. And his 3-ball, cash. Yeah, Kevin, and it didn't happen overnight, but it's clear that Bradley Beal is a franchise player. I mean, he's worked on his game year to year, and now he's a superstar in this league.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto, last season Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23. He has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. And after winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you. Serge Ibaka has checked in for the Raptors. Patrick McCaw comes in for Kyle Lowry. Then for the Wizards, Hachimura, he's checked in for Davis Bertans. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for John Wall. Now here's Brown. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Misses from short range.
And he's got to do a better job making the D pay for their mistakes.
It's Powell on the wing. From deep three-point range, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him.
And that's terrific D by Hachimura. He's shown he has the strength and length to match up against almost anyone.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Toronto ahead, up by 2. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Raptors with the lead, so the Wizards 5 right now. Thomas and Beal teaming up in the backcourt. On out there with Hachimura. And it's Wagner in at the 5 spot. That ties the game. Thomas got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Wizards.
Ooh, I like how Thomas goes for these steals. I mean, swiping and clawing for any he can get.
And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And so he hits the technical free throw.
And that point was a gift. I mean, it's never really smart to get teed up, but in a game that's this close, boy, that really hurts.
And Washington making a change here. Berton has checked in. Out to the right wing. Hollis Jefferson passes to McCaw. Toronto needs to get off his shot. Hollis Jefferson can't hit. Washington trailing. There's Beal with the 3. And it's Van Vliet with the rebound. To the paint. There's Hollis Jefferson. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Boy, where's the effort defensively? You have got to put up a better fight.
Yeah, it's completely absent, right? I mean, when the effort is this poor, you kind of deserve to be scored.
And a deep 3 from Beal. Misses the deep 3-point attempt.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
Hollis Jefferson can't hit. Now the Wizards with it. They trail by 3. Brown outside. From deep, Thomas. McCaw grabs the miss. And so here's Toronto. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Now here's Van Vliet. He's guarded by Thomas. Knocked away. Oh, wow. Unable to get a shot off in time, and they turn it over. A very unfortunate time there to pick up a shot clock violation. Washington calls timeout. They trail by 3. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And they need a 3 to tie. But look, they've got enough time here to find a good look. They can run a play off the inbound, make sure they get it in the hands of their best shooter.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyle Lowry.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots, and also finishing strong. And it's all about the 3 right here.
That's what they need to tie it. Boy, what a game this has been.
And so the big win by Toronto in a tight game. That was a